Yo!
Hello, everyone.
Guess who we got here?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Mindful Merchants. You guys know who I am, Cali Reseller Luis, and you guys know who this goofball over here is, the Lone Star Picker, Louie. And our special guest today is the one and only Joey Bada Bing.
Bada Bing 22. Welcome.
Let's go.
Hey, it's been a while. We've been waiting for 25 years to get you on this show. You're only 24 years old. I know.
Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
oh, dude, welcome. So we're so happy to have you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. I like I was telling you guys behind the scenes. I had a live for, I think it was next week, right? Next week. And I just changed routes. So I had to let you guys know. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I told Louie, I was like, look, man, I'm like, bro, I just changed routes. They changed my schedule.
Yeah.
And today I have also.
I'll preface it with this. You go, I got to talk to you.
Yeah.
Contact me and went, okay, be positive. You're not able to do the show, right? And I was like,
No.
And you're like, no, I just changed my route. And it's like, but can you do this day? And I'm like, let's go.
I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you because
I hope I didn't like.
You're a family guy. You got stuff going on. You got a job. Time. People, go ahead. Let's introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Let's go. Let's jump.
So, guys, this is Joey Bada Bing 22, your local mailman, and today I'm on the Mindful Merchants with my boys up here. But yeah, I'm a full-time mailman, a part-time reseller. I love what I do. How I started, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited to be here.
That's good. No, we're just gonna kind of just like we always do. We just do it organic and whatnot.
Yeah,
we're just happy to see. We noticed on your YouTube about 3 years ago you posted your first video.
Yeah,
what a baby face without that beard. And it was great because I was like, that is the first step to anybody's journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our Mindful Merchants, we talk about both being content creator and a reseller. So yeah, it's for anybody who watches, and so people who get to rewatch this, they're not going to be watching this live. There'll be some new resellers. So we're going to kind of touch upon topics for new resellers. This is Joey Bada Bing. You guys, if you don't know him, all his links are below. So he's got his YouTube link. There's one I got to get from you, and I'm going to fix it up and add it on there because I just found out like about a week or two ago, like, what? You're doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So we do, it's me, it's Drew, Profit Monsters, and Harry Tornado. We do the Triple Thrift podcast. We just released, I think, our 21st podcast today.
How many?
21st. We
21st.
have 21.
Where have I been?
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been doing it for a while. I love it. I love doing podcasts. I love talking. I love just talking about reselling, YouTube, anything. And it's just great to do it with the boys. And they're both like my best friends. So it's just so
Drew,
cool.
Yeah, Drew, who you've known for a little while. And then, I remember one of your videos, it was Harry Tornado. It was both of you guys drove to his house and went to meet him. What was that like? Like, I mean, like, 'cause I know you really were like, you really respected him. You held him in high esteem, and here all of a sudden you're like, hey, what'd you do? Hey, Harry, I'm coming over.
So basically, this is what happened. So I met Drew like in a live, just like this, and I see his face, like, and his face is like, like that. So I'm like, bro, that I gotta get him on my live. So I messaged him on Instagram. And I was like, yo, bro, I want you to be on my channel. I want to talk to you. I want to get to know you. And, turned out I overdid the live, doing an hour, you don't want to take people's time. But we went over an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was like, man, this guy is awesome. And he kind of looks like me too. So it's just so funny.
Well, there's an archetype, but you guys are two different personalities, and it's a great chemistry. So yeah. But the thing is that you guys connect. You guys have a lot of commonality. Mm-hmm. The most important thing, let's go back to this because this is a show about you. You're a reseller. So like your earlier videos, I was watching, from almost day one. But it's like I remember going back and rewatching a few, and I'm like, he really at the knack. Like, and I remember it took a few videos, and all of a sudden it's like, this is me sourcing, and this is what I found, on eBay and stuff like that. When did that click, and what inspired you to want to get into reselling, or who inspired you?
So I was actually delivering mail, and I had the same route that I had, and I always had packages, like 3-4 packages every day. And I'm like, why do they have packages? Why am I picking up packages every day? I just don't understand. Like, I knew what eBay was. I knew what Amazon. I just had no idea this world was created.
Like, I'm bringing all these packages.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. So I knocked on the door, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, are you, I don't know. I was like, why do you have boxes every day? And the lady was like, I sell on eBay. And I'm like, what's eBay? Like, what do you do? Like, and she's like, I sell on eBay. I was like, no way. That's crazy. So I looked into it. I type in how to sell on eBay. Boom, pops up Rally Roots. And I'm like, all right, let me watch a video. And boom. And I watched Rally Roots. I watched almost every video. And then I got recommended to Josh, Harry Tornado. And I love Josh. I love him. I don't know. I love the guy so much. I've seen.
And I remember when he was starting, Harry Tornado had very low numbers, but he was so sincere about what he did. So you, just by typing in a question, because you're brilliant, you're contemplative. Like, resellers have to ask those questions. You're a guy that wants to learn. I've watched your lives. You're always kind of like, you're very inquisitive. You got to figure things out. You want to know what the heck is going on. But just by typing it, it's like that rabbit hole called YouTube that we're on now. Zoom. I mean, what was it like when you're like, boom, which is just one after the other? Like, I got to know more. What about this? What about what was it like?
So as I was watching videos, I never wanted to go to Goodwill. I never wanted to go to garage sales, flea markets. I just wanted to learn. Like, that was my main thing, was like, let me learn about this. I want to see what is going on here. And I watch videos on like different brands, what to look for, what is selling, all those kinds of things. And I literally took 5 months of just knowledge, just working and just work. I would deliver mail and just listen, like just keep listening, and just I just kept working and just, all right, I learned, okay.
You're using it like almost like a podcast. Almost.
Basically. And
but you get to two birds, one stone, kill that time when you're like, you got all, because you're driving. By the way, you guys, I mean, he did kind of mention it and allude to it. Do you mind telling just a little bit about your job? I mean, that you are a...
Yes, I am a mailman. I call myself the local mailman, but
the local mailman. The local mailman.
The local mailman. Yep.
I've been doing it for almost 4 years now, which is crazy. And I just got regular about a year and a half ago, and I've just been. I love my job. Like, if I never knew about eBay, I could work, for 30 years and be out. But eventually, I would love to be a full-time reseller. I just love the freedom that you have to work for yourself, first of all, and not have to have a boss to tell you what to do or how to do things. I can make my own money and make more if you work hard enough, So.
Thank you for mentioning that, because I think that's an integral part for anybody, whatever level, like somebody who's new and starting as a reseller, or somebody's interested like you were. Like, what's this all about? I want to watch these videos. And well, that guy's interesting or she's interesting. But then the opposite side is like, I have a job. And there, like you said, there's this freedom of like getting to do eBay and this and that. I don't have to report to a boss. But then there's this nice security, right? You got insurance, you got a secure job, and you got a steady check coming in, which I think is, for me, I went back and I'm now going back part-time as a consultant for this one, place I used to work. So it's always this kind of weird balance. Talk about that. Like, is there a tension for you at times trying to balance the two?
So I used to work overtime, like just to make extra money, at work. And, it was killing me. Like I was doing full-time, mailman, and then overtime every day. I would have to do extra mail, on different routes and stuff. Wow. And then I would come home and then try to list stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is nuts. I can't. And then YouTube on top of it, so it was getting a little crazy. So I took myself off the overtime list, and I said, you know what, my overtime will be my eBay. So
there you go.
I was like, you know what, every day on my lunch break, I have 30 minutes and I run into a thrift store every day. every single day.
I couldn't believe when I heard you say that. I was like,
yeah.
how the heck how can you do that in 30 minutes? I was like,
yeah.
Did it, you know?
Yeah. So which is awesome. My new route that I just got 2 weeks ago, I have a Goodwill. Like I literally go to my Goodwill. Like,
that is awesome.
And then I drive 0.9. You can't have like your lunch break cannot be over 1 mile radius of where your route is. Okay. So it's
they give you a mile.
There's 0.9 miles to my first stop, which is crazy. So I get to my first stop, I do a CVS, a nursing home, and then I go to Salvation Army. It's on my route. So
you're kidding me.
I run into Salvation Army. I usually don't find much, but I just run in there really quick, see if there's any shoes, video games.
You know your spots. Like you go to this spot,
Yep.
this spot, this spot. Okay.
Yeah. So I just run in there as quick as I possibly can, and then I run out, and then I deliver like this like technical place, and then it's DD's Discounts. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a Ross, like where they have like a bunch of shoes, like brand new shoes, brand new clothing.
Okay.
So I run in there.
It might be a regional thing. It might be more Florida, Georgia, or something like that.
Right. So it's basically like a Ross, but like I have 3 stores on my route that I could just run into, see if I can find something and bring it home to list, you know? So it's pretty awesome. Cool.
Hey, real quick, Joey, we're going to stop and we're going to say hi.
Sure, go ahead.
And Luis is going to greet him out, and I won't interrupt him. So we had the first one coming in was.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing, Aaron? Thanks for coming in.
We appreciate you. And here we go.
Yeah, Cajun Roots Reseller. Hey, Johnny, how you doing, buddy?
Everybody, he's got bingo right after this. So check it out.
Right.
You got Wendy. Hello, Wendy.
Wendy, she's our lucky charm.
Yep.
There we go. Oh, look who's popped in.
Family Flips.
Flips, if you're still here, thank you for popping in. We'd love to see you. Oh, here it is. Ella.
Hello, Ella.
She is full of energy. Something else. Let me scoot down here. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. I almost missed Miss Lyons. Welcome.
Hello, Celestine. How you doing?
Hello.
Always good to see you. Resell Dojo.
Resell Dojo.
All right. Oh, who is this? Chosen Goods.
This is Carissa. What's up, Carissa?
Love that. Okay, that's
Hello,
Carissa.
welcome.
That's okay. There we go. This is the name. Like I'm telling you. Oh, look who's here. Look at that.
Hey, buddy, back by Silver. How you doing, buddy?
She's greeting anybody too. Did we? Yep.
Hey, Ja.
Hello, Eja. Welcome.
Good to have you, Eja. Carolina Lady.
Hello, Maria.
Good to see you guys.
Maria.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're pretty close. Let me keep scrolling down. Boy, I got behind. Look who showed up. Speaking of auction houses,
Tom.
Record collector, aficionado.
Hey, Tom Cruise. How you doing, brother?
Who is this guy? None other than Danny Boy.
What's up, Dan?
Good to see you. And then we have Paul. Is that Paul?
Yeah. What's up, Paul?
How you doing, bro? It gets me confused because there's the other Paul in the same state. They live close to each other. Everybody, you know, it's funny, this community, Joe. You know, like we get to know so many people, and then you don't see them for a while, and then you're like, wait a minute, where you been?
Yeah.
And then you're like, there's new people to catch up with. Oh, look who's here.
Hello, Annie.
And did I miss Chosen Goods? No, we said hi. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good. So, dude, yeah, that's a pretty big thing, and I'm glad. I hope, if anything, I hope it's like you get this new routine. You got, like you said, keep it under 0.9 miles, and you're going to be sourcing at some new place, or maybe you'll stumble on something new. What has been the best find lately in the last month that you found? What is like?
I just found I found this Ping golf club. I just got it listed a couple days ago. It's a Ping number 4 iron, but it's like a driver / iron.
Okay.
And I got it for $2. I could sell it for like $140, which is crazy.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's when you hit that $100 mark on a golf club. That's when you go,
Yep.
I'm not just hooked. I'm sold on this. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you start looking for those
Nice.
brands. You start getting familiar. Yeah.
Mhm.
I live close to a country club where I drive past, and it's like I'm always going into Lost and Found. Hey.
Really? That's really unique. I was actually thinking about doing that over here because I have the Florida Golf Club over here. And I was thinking about just running in there and just saying, yo, you got any extra clubs? Yeah, you know?
Or do you got it for sale? Like, and it's like,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you got to be really good. So you can't just claim it. Well, what is it? They won't even show you,
Yeah.
and this, and it's, it's a Callaway. And, oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it's at a posh club, it's not going to be any like cheapy ones,
Yeah.
So I know, Luis. Let me before I go on, because you put two Italians. It's all of us got the Latin blood. We're gonna get like You're just jump at it, get in there.
No. I was just saying hello to everyone in the chat too, and thanks Jennifer Hayes for dropping Joey's link. Appreciate it.
Jennifer Hayes, thank you for being here. And Mark Zygon Tiger showed up too. Thanks.
Yeah. Hello, Girl Hustle. How you doing? Yeah, Joey. I was gonna ask you. So, how long have you been reselling?
So I've been reselling for a year and a half, almost 2 years, knowing about reselling. So
I was gonna say it's almost 2 years, right?
Yeah. So it'll be coming up 2 years almost. Learning, and then I started on my birthday. I made my first sale on my birthday.
Nice.
Not this year, but the year before. So yeah.
So how did you get? I know it's Joey Bada Bing, and I get that, It's like that. But where did the 22 come in? Was that an age thing? Was it a year, or what was it?
So it's my mom's birthday. It's February 22nd, and
that's my mother's birthday too.
No way, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mentioned that day. I think you had a live that day. Or it was that week or within a day.
Yeah,
buddy, it's my mom's birthday. And I was like, wait a minute, today's my mom's birthday. That's
crazy. That's awesome.
Both Italian moms.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so funny. Yeah. That's the one thing. And that, I want to say the 22nd is actually George Washington's birthday, right?
It is. Yes.
Wow.
And guess what my mom's middle name is?
No way.
Actually, yes, Georgia.
No way.
No way.
Her parents came over here on a boat. So like she's first generation. She's like literally just all blood. And so she's as can be. But let me tell you, like one day I was like, how come you go by Lena? And she's like, well, I don't like my first name. Like, what was your first name? Georgia. I'm like, why do they call you Georgia? And then after a while asking so many times, I'm like, oh, George Washington's birthday. And so he was like really proud, and he wanted to have a boy, but like she was the last girl. We can't call you George, but we're gonna call you Georgia.
Hey, there you go.
It was funny, like after the first present, I'm like, what the heck? Nobody believes me in that story either. I'm like,
that's crazy.
It's like the American story, and it's like,
right.
It's so crazy. So, what is it like to be brought up in like an Italian family? Like, I know it sounds a stupid question, but
no, it's not stupid because I'm a family guy, so I completely understand. I love my family. I don't know what I would do without family being around. I just love being with my parents. I call my parents every day while I'm working.
Nice.
I always take time to talk to my siblings. It just family means everything because you never know when you can lose somebody. And, I just love to spend time with them. Like you saw it was my cousin's birthday. And he turned 6. So I just love
such a sweet. That was if you guys don't know, follow the Instagram handle.
Yeah.
Hey kid. And just the love that comes out of your heart, Joey.
Yeah.
You really are a stand-up guy. Like I've been watching you like long as I can remember, like before last year.
Thank you.
It's like, it's like this guy's genuine. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
And like my buddy over here, like we see through, and like you just come off with this just genuine, loving heart. It's like you're there. And so I think your appeal, and take this as a compliment, but we're gonna go into a question with this. It's like, it's what I think resellers need, but it's like if you're going to be a content creator and want to be there, you can both entertain, but if you're going to educate somebody, people want somebody who's like really passionate and just who they are,
right.
Come off as that. But what made you want to become a content creator?
I've always wanted to make YouTube videos, and I never knew what to do. Like I'm young, I'm 24, but years ago, like when I was in high school, I wanted to do like video games. Like that was the coolest thing. Like I can make money playing video games. Like that's crazy,
Yeah.
So, and I never really got into it that much. And I just was like, what there's gotta be something else. And then if you see one of my first YouTube videos, it's a Pokemon Go video. I thought Pokemon Go was like the cool. I still do. I just don't have time to play it. But
that's a fun video. You guys watch his first video. It's bizarre. And I'm like, I remember when that craze was, and I'm like, what the heck are people doing with their phones?
I know. It was just so amazing that I can play a game and make money. Like, I thought that was cool, but I was working and I was so new to just being in the workforce, and I just was like, I just don't have time, so and then me and my girl.
It's so hard because there's things you love and you want to do, but I think sometimes I see content creators, we get to use it as an excuse to kind of do whatever we want.
Right.
At the same time, it's like, I'm going to be a content creator and document this, which is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Talk about the hard, arduous work you're putting into this, doing what you're doing on YouTube and reselling, if you want,
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, talk a little bit about that, like, how hard work you've been doing into this. Like, is it just?
It's hard, but I try to, fit my friends, like, even in, like, just to hang out. I try to fit my family in. I try to fit hanging out with my girl. It's just so much, but I always try to find that balance where, sometimes I need, reselling. I need to go to the thrift store, even if it's by myself or, or with my girl or whoever, my mom or, who it doesn't matter. But I always have that balance where, okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to list. There's times where I don't want to list, because I've worked hard that day and it was hot outside and, I'm just done, but then there comes a time where I gotta make videos. I gotta go live, every Monday night. And it's just, all I have to say to people is if you want something, go get it. Don't like, I've been kind of slacking a little bit lately, and I hold myself accountable, and I'm really going to get back into it. I didn't mean to put you on the spot or anything, but I love this. I love it.
Because part of the whole thing of like, let me explain, first and foremost, like when Luis and I came together, we said we wanted to collaborate, but we were like, we just don't want to do anything. We didn't want to go live and kind of, randomly talk. We want to have a direction. We thought, what could benefit this community? Well, let's talk mindful practices, both as a reseller and we are content creators, a lot of us, I think that connection and that deep rooted meaning, like where we get excited and we go, hey, like every live, or we're like, hey, kind of like when you got to meet Drew, you're like, hey buddy, what's up? And and I start talking, like everybody does. We go behind and I have to send an email. I hope your day's going good. And Did you watch that game or whatever you guys have the interest in?
Right.
It's so hard because, you have that connectivity and it's like, now I lost my train of thought, but it's like, I saw a few new people coming in that threw me for a loop. I just wanted to say hi. Lainey is from United Kingdom. Thank you for coming here. That's Big Girls Really Do Cry. Jennifer Hayes, we love you. Joe Deals is here. Oh, Trouble's in the house. Philly back from burnout. You got him from United Kingdom to Australia. Look at this. He's coming to see Joey today.
Hello, Mel.
So I guess all I was trying to get to and allude was thank you for being honest, because being mindful merchant, which hence is a reseller, it just, you gotta be aware of all these things. And it's like, and hearing you talk about that is honest, because there's gonna be somebody that's gonna come back and watch us. I know there is one day, and he's gonna be this Joey that's you, but like 20 years in the future, and somebody else is gonna be like, yeah, thanks for doing that. Oh my God, that is a lot of work. You got to grind, but at least you're being, you're not saying, hey, we can do it. It's like, like these guys I watch on Instagram, they make look like selling T-shirts look so easy, and they're selling for $1,800, and I'm like, come on, seriously, more than meets the eye behind that.
There's like, a lot of work that probably went into that just to even find that T-shirt, and probably
build an audience too.
It's hard. I actually love that community, like the clothing community, the vintage clothing community. I watch every Tuesday night. I watch this guy. His name's Ryan, American Vintage, and they have the lives.
I love Ryan. Isn't he great?
I love him. I can watch him I wish I could do that. So
many of them too.
I wish I could do those lives. I would hype people out so good. I'd be like, look at this T-shirt. Let's go. Like I would just get people going, but I can't do everything, but I think,
and that's cool. Just it. Like that's good that you can acknowledge that. That to me is the key of being mindful. You're being conscious minded. Like, it's like all of us. And one of the things I've been taught, like it is a lesson learned, was just start with one thing. Like Luis tells anybody that's new, is like just start on one platform. Get good at it.
Exactly.
Get good at it. You don't like that platform, go to another platform, but get good at it. And then build up. Like, I want more than one platform. Good. If you can handle it, go to Amazon then, because that's a powerhouse right there.
Yeah.
By the way, do you mind talking about what platforms you're on right now?
So I am on. I've expanded my horizons because I was just doing eBay, and then I'm doing Mercari, which I'm cross-listing over there, and I'm also cross-listing to Facebook, which is I think Facebook is one of the biggest platforms because there's just millions and millions of people just looking on Marketplace. I mean, just think about how many
audience waiting for us.
Yes, for real. But they've changed their algorithm a lot. Like I feel like it's even hard to even look up local listings. I'm seeing more of shipping more from like around the United States. Which is good for other people, but I want to find stuff local, like to pick up to, but you got to click so many buttons to get to where you got to be.
Yep.
But, if you want it, you can find it, so it's pretty cool.
The thing is part of the algorithm is knowing how to look for it.
Right.
Sometimes not looking for what you're looking for is the way to look for it. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like spelling words purposely, because you're going to hope there's that one I've been looking for.
Right.
Gonna find it because the guy misspelled it by one word or something.
But the thing is too, like with Facebook, which is crazy, like you look up one thing. Like I was looking up some golf clubs because I was getting interested in, like, I just sold a golf club for $150. Like what? But I look up Ping, and then now it's all golf club sponsored. Boom, 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 boom. It's so weird how the cookies work, or whatever it is, like the algorithm. Yeah. And it's
it's the cookies that tick off those algorithms.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is. But you know what? That's sales and marketing. And it's like, imagine once you get into that, which we can't complain, because I say that in general because, like, if we're going to be content creators, we're going to have to invite all that good stuff, because hopefully that's something that'll benefit us, if you know what I mean. And it's a nice attribute. We'll just say that, like that, it's an attribute, because what we're doing is really putting in a lot of hard work, and everybody thinks, oh, it's that 2 hours no, it's more than that. It's like I'm sacrificing a lot to get there, and also the time getting there. It's much like being a reseller. When you're sourcing something, people go, well, you only paid 50 cents for that, and you're going to take $10 for that. When you got it listed for 50 and what its value is, it's like, no, this is what it is. It's like, I'm bringing a convenient factor for you, and it's going to bring you entertainment or whatever it is.
Exactly.
It's a hard thing. Has your family members, anybody been into reselling?
My dad, he flips golf carts. He does very, very good with that. And when I was little, he's always bought and sold stuff. And I never really looked at that like as being, a job. Like I thought you had to go work for somebody to make money, So, like I said, I played baseball my whole life. So all I knew was baseball. I didn't know anything else, So, my dad.
Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite team, Joey? We'll just stop there already. Spit it out. Hey, Luis, who's your favorite team?
You guys know. Dodgers all day.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, don't knock them. They were champions there, too. You're not too long back.
Yeah, when they cheated.
Yeah.
No.
That's a whole other thing. I can talk
about a whole other thing.
Show them that one shirt I had where, what was that one shirt I showed you? They were like fighting each other.
Yeah.
The clip out of that. Oh my God, that's funny. So I want to say, let's just shift gears and just talk. There was a time, I think you and Luis had a connection, but I don't expect either one of you to remember, because I've seen you on lives, and you guys, I think one time you guys were either talking about cards or baseball cards or sharing cards, or you got that card or something like that. Luis, obviously, he's a sports memorabilia guy. You snuck in his auctions. I've seen you there. So but what do you collect? Do you collect baseball cards?
I do, and I went really crazy doing it. Before Christmas, I was, oh my gosh, I was in Walmart. And that's another thing. Like, I've done so many things, like I do so much stuff in one day. I don't even know how I used to do stuff, but I would wait for these people to come stock the shelves, and I would just grab them all and I would buy them all and, put them in my cart. But now it's different now. You got to buy you only get allowed to buy like one box of each brand or something like that, which is nuts. But it's cool because it lets people have a chance to open a box, or, if they want to resell it or whatever. I think it's actually cool. One time, man, I was buying $2,000 worth of cards. Like, I'm like, wow, bro, this is getting crazy, but it's fun. Like, it's really fun, man. I've sent like 100 cards to get engraded at PSA. I'm still waiting for them. I sent them in with Nate Every Day I'm Hustling and Pittsburgh. I sent it in with them, and I'm still waiting. They're so backed up.
They said it could be like at least a half a year.
I know. I've had them in since like October. We're in May. Like, it's like, oh my gosh, man.
Luis, speak to that, Luis.
I mean, from all the cards I sent last year, I've only gotten a few, and I'm still waiting on cards I sent like maybe around June, July of last year. I still haven't gotten.
That's crazy, man. that just shows you how backed up they are.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But I love baseball. I have a bunch. I'm really into basketball too. I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan.
You are Cleveland. Oh, then you got something with Anthony there. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Anthony have that connection. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm a Jets fan. So.
No comment on the Jets. I don't disrespect. I'll tell you what. I like the Jets more than I do the Giants. So.
Well, there you go. That's all I like to hear.
That's all. You're not a Giants fan either?
No, I'm a straight up Jets, Yankees, Cavs. Like, that's my team.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's a nice little perk there.
It's a good mix. Well, the reason why I like the Cavs, my whole family's from New York. I'm from Florida, but I just love New York. But I'm a Cavs fan because when I went to a Miami Heat game down here when I was like 6, they were playing the Cavs. So I was like, I don't want to be a Heat fan. Like, I want to be a Cavs fan.
Who was playing on the Cavs at the time?
I don't even remember. I don't even think it might have been LeBron's first year. And people say, oh, it's LeBron. You love LeBron. But I don't know. I picked the Cavs,
Yeah.
And I also saw another Heat game when Michael Jordan was on the Wizards. And I think it was his last year of being on the Wizards. So that was really cool to watch. As a kid, I remember seeing like him on the court. So that was.
You got to see him on the court? Oh,
yeah, but I was little. I couldn't.
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't. It doesn't matter. All right.
But you were there.
I was there, which is cool. I got goosebumps. That's so funny. I love sports.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's speaking of, like, we were talking about T-shirts and stuff like that. So I actually bought a shirt from you, and you were so kind, and I got tickled pink, and you were. I don't even know how. I don't expect you to even remember, but like, you were in a live and you're like, "Look what I got! Look at," and I'm like, "Hold that!" And you were like, "You're like, yeah, just DM me." And you're like, "Give me this great price." And I'm like, "No, you got to get paid more." But it was like a dead stock. It was a rodeo thing, and it was actually, I knew that rodeo guy. Like,
I know, you told me in the text, and
it was weird. It's like, he's from my area.
It was the first time I found vintage. I found 3 vintage T-shirts at Goodwill.
Stitch. Yeah.
Single stitch. Oh my gosh. I was jumping up and down. I was going crazy because I've never found.
Yeah, that live, you were going, "Look what I found."
Yeah. And I was so happy that you got one of the T-shirts, and I was like, let me give them a good deal.
Because I will tell you what, I annoy the crap out of everybody. Like, they're like, "Don't tell Louie. He's gonna." Oh my God. Because I'm like, there's sneakerheads. I'm a shirt. Ask Luis. Anytime he finds something, he's like, "All right, I'll hold it for you."
Yeah.
But if I find something and you want it, let me know.
Listen, if you find any goofy shirts, I'm big time. I should have wore a goofy shirt, but I wore my.
I came this close to getting you one once, and this guy snuck right in front of me and just grabbed all these like Disney vintage shirts. I was so
really. Oh my god.
Yeah, and this was like a big print too, and I was like, oh. And I was like, Joey would have wanted this, damn it. Yeah. It looked at me kind of funny. I walked off. And it was just so funny.
Yeah, I want to collect every Goofy shirt. I just love Goofy.
All right, cool.
And I live in Florida, you guys know, but I go to Disney a lot, so I just love.
Let's talk about that. So, like, is the connection there with? Is it because of branding? Do you think some of it was it just because you grew up and so you always had Disney near you, right? Kind of.
Right, and I'm an annual pass holder for Disney since 2015. So I've had it for a while.
So you get to go anytime you want.
Anytime. I can go anytime. Yeah, which is so cool. Awesome. But Goofy's always been my guy. Even since I'm little, I've always loved watching Disney. I'm sure you guys know, like the Disney short clip, not the shorts, but like they're only like 25 minutes. They don't even talk. Like they it's just like, it's so cool.
Those are some of the original ones, right?
Those are the originals. Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice because you got that affiliation. But see, I'm going to go here because as a reseller, people forget that your regionalism of where you're at sometimes can really, not sometimes, I think it can really, work to your benefit to like, I know this is good. That's a repop. Let's throw that away. But look at this one, and you're like showing them whatever. And you get it because when you see it, you know that, oh, there's the marketability. That's worth money.
Yeah. And it was really cool. I actually learned something yesterday. My aunt she works for the church and stuff. And they do like, garage sales and stuff. Nice. And she one time had the first, like, you actually, when you went to Disney, you had to have tickets to ride, kind of like a fair ticket. You had to have, it was like A, B, C, D, E, and F or something like that. And it was like a booklet, but it said it on the sides like that. Those little tickets right now go for around like $170. Just the tickets, like
just a ticket.
Yeah, it's crazy. And my aunt said that
people that collect Walt Disney are crazy, aren't they?
Yeah, they are nuts. They are ruthless, really.
I would say you did that to me. You were so nice. Like I just came on to watch your live one day, and Luis and I were there. And we were laughing because everybody was like throwing, some like I think you had I forget what they call it. Where like they're just throwing, like change and this and that. What do we call it? I don't know what it's called, but and then all of a sudden you were going nuts, and you're like, let's do something. Oh, that's
when you had the super chat train going.
Oh my gosh, that was
so funny. You were hysterical, and I went, he's honestly hysterical. Like he's gonna lose. Yeah. You're like, stop it, and you were going nuts, and they just kept sending you. I'm like typing Luis, come on, quick, we got to throw something out.
Yeah.
But out of that, the kindness that you heard, like you were trying to legitimately stop everybody from doing it.
Yeah.
Come on, enough, basta. Yeah. You're like, stop. And out of that, you like changed directions, and I was watching you, and you're like, we're gonna do something nice. Put in emojis, and I think the first times you did it, you have this thing. I don't know. I think you were the one who started it, but you put this emoji in, and then you pick one, and you back to everybody. So you're like, you're doing service. And I thought that's you don't see a lot of people doing that.
No, and that's a really cool thing that I do in my live. It's the thing is that when you list on a listing live, on my listing live, I want to encourage you to list. And also I want you to sell. Like that's the whole point of doing it. I want you to be motivated to list and you can sell. And then it's like, all right, guys, put an emoji in the chat. I'm going to buy something off your eBay store because you guys are working so hard, and everybody put that. I'm going to put this emoji in, boom. And I pick one. And, it's just so cool to see the people so excited to just, that I bought something off their eBay store. Like the love, like the connection, like I just love it so much that I can buy something off your eBay store. And it's like, wow, like Joey bought something off my eBay store. Like I think that's awesome. I always love giving back to people. So
I know you. I'm going to say this. I didn't expect it. And I was like, I only put like a couple of, I did a few emojis in there. And it's like, and all of a sudden you're like, Louie, it's you. And I was like, what the hell is going on? You're like, I'm going to put something for you. Send me your link. And you bought that. Tell them what you got.
I bought the Disney cookbook because Destiny, she loves cooking and I love Disney. So boom, it was perfect. And I appreciate that, man. That was awesome.
I appreciate you, but I was glad it was there for you.
It's so funny. I wish I could take my computer and go downstairs, but I actually have it in my kitchen still. It just propped up like in the corner of of my counter and stuff, and I always look at it. So
I think I marked something. I don't know if I marked him like lasagna or some kind of
I'll have to look.
That's great. So Destiny and you, like, that was some of your first videos, I'm going to say, because first videos were about cooking. You had some of your titles were kind of crazy back in the day. We're going to poke a little fun. One of them was, and now I got to get my let me do my glasses here. This is not, it was Famous Taco Tuesday. And I'm like, you had blood drip cupcakes. I was like, what the heck is blood cupcakes, Luis? I mean, if you haven't seen that one, you got to go back. And all I remember was like, that's why I think I just commented on today. I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in a while. And it was just fun because he's like, but he's like playing it off like he knows what's going on. He's like, and then we got what? And Destiny's like, we got 2 cups of sugar. And he's like, 2 cups of sugar. And he's like looking down at it, you know, and his eyes are bugging out, you know. It's like 2 cups of sugar. That's why Joey is like,
yeah.
I love it.
No, I have a question in the chat, Louie.
Yeah, let's. Which one is it? Who is this? Is back
Jen. She has Jen did drop the question.
Let me go up. All right. Is Jen? Oh, Jen Twilight Gems.
Yes.
Let me keep going. I'm waiting. I see where. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Boom. Read that one, Joey. There we go.
Joey, since you started reselling, what has been your favorite part of the journey? Money, experience, YouTube, friends, etc. So that is an amazing question, and I love answering this. When I started just watching YouTube as a young kid, you know, I'm 24 now, but when I was in school, I always loved watching YouTube, and I always loved that I can create content to viewers and make them feel a certain way, make them take their brains off their real life and come into your video and experience your life and, you know, have a positive impact or just a smile or just take your mind off some things. And my favorite part of the journey is just really making people smile. Even if I'm joking, being silly, goofy, whatever I am, I just really, really love that I can create something that, like, either my lives or a video, and make you laugh. Or even in the podcast, I always try to make, you know, we talk serious and I try to be serious, but I always just love to just make someone, you know, boom, I make someone laugh. And that's really it for me. When I used to watch people, you know, in a live, and you know, and there's like thousands of people. I'm talking 10,000 people, and you know, I used to watch the gamers and stuff, and they never, you know, it's hard to rolling. It's so hard to talk to somebody, but I always would love for them just to look at somebody and be like, hey, what's up, Jimmy? You know, like, what's up, Bobby? Like, you know, like, just so you feel like you're part of it. And that's why I know a lot of people, like Drew, makes fun of me. All right, Joe, you got a list, but I'm spend 30 minutes just greeting everybody. And I know one day it's going to get out of hand, but I just want to let everybody know is that I care about everybody, and I want to make sure you have a better day. I want you to come into my live and, like I said, take your brain off and list a couple things and just laugh and enjoy the moment.
That's what you do. Like Luis and I've mentioned this, like the mindfulness that you take, and like you said, it does take a lot of time. I'm going to say that too, because I suck at it. Like Luis is like, well, come on, we got to say hi to some people here. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, because I get into once I get in the conversation, and my intention is not to ignore the people, but just, we only have an hour, and you know, when you got it's all showtime. But you're so kind that you stop and you say their name, whether it's their real name or not. And most of the time, you remember their real name. You'll go, hey, Maria, you know, and you're like, but you're acknowledging people. That's a human soul. That's, you know, what better consciousness can you have? And, you know, to like pour out a little bit of compassion, just be nice, because I've watched, like you said, I'm sorry to interject, but it's like, I've watched so many like things, and I like even the gaming stuff I used to kind of get into too. And there's some negativity in there sometimes. And it's ugh, you know, like, come on, enough, guys. You know, it's like, we went to high school a long time ago. We don't need this baloney. You know, you want to be the nice guy that, you know, gives a freshman a chance. You pat him on the head. Come on, go.
Exactly.
You know, and you're not trying to be rude to people. Like, and I love it when I see you, and it's hard. I don't know how you do it, but you incorporate your family in your videos.
Oh yeah.
You got your little brother, you're all inclusive. You're picking on your sister like I pick on my sisters, And it's like, and then I'm gonna get on to you. When are you gonna do your next grandma video? I loved it.
Oh,
You did it once, and I typed in the chat. And I said, let me plant the seed in his head, and you did. Like a week or two later, you had your grandma on the video. I'm like, good.
Yeah, my grandma's from North Carolina, and she was here for Christmas. And it was just, I was like, Grandma, we got to go in the thrift store. And she's like, me? I was like, yeah, we got to go. Like, we got to go and see what we can get. And we had dinner at, I don't know what restaurant. It was like a hibachi place. My whole family, we all went. And after that, I was like, let's go thrifting and see if we can make our money back. We went into the thrift store and I found a Nintendo 3DS, a pink one. I sold it for $145, like with the 2 games and the charger. I was like, man, we just paid for dinner. And I was like, trying to explain to her, like, this is what I do, like to be able to go out to a nice dinner or go out to have a fun time, go out to play golf or, anything, you got to make that extra side income. Like sometimes it's just not enough with the normal income that you have.
No,
and if you want to have fun, you got to have some kind of side income. You have to. I mean, it's just, if you want to have fun, that's what you got to do, and you got to work hard, and that's it.
The family flip says people like being made like they feel, or that was back to like what we were previously.
Yeah, I always try to make. Yeah, I always try to make everybody feel important. I want everybody, like there's this one lady, her name's Diana, and I was like, Diana, what's up? Like, what's going on? And then in the next text, like it said, her kids were saying, why was that guy saying your name? It's just so cool that the kids are like, wow, like they said your name, like that's so cool, like a big like YouTuber or whatever they said, it's
because there is going to be a point in time where you're not going to be able to, not saying you per se,
right.
Joe, but like just it's going to be. So I watch the big names sometimes, and they try to come in and sneak and do a lot. They do the best they can, but sometimes you skip somebody, and it's like. You don't,
and I feel so bad. I just want to say hello to everybody, and I try to miss some people, and I always say, look, I'm so sorry if I missed you. Type something, let me hear you. Let me see your name, and that's what I try to do. And I always I
love that because Luis and I talk about like one of our mantras that I hear Luis say. We may not talk about it per se, but we talk about it just in terms of our actions. In terms of like our style and mode of business models, and that is just be humble. Just greet people, treat them the way you want to be treated, do your best, and you know what? And like you said, you want to have fun. Well, then there is the business aspect of it. You're gonna have to work your culo off, and it's like it's not easy. It's a lot. So yeah, I love that. And then Russell Sandwich, he said too. He's like
Russell.
It up.
My man,
so
thank you.
Yeah, you know what? This is great. I'm glad we're talking about this because I think being a mindful merchant is, just taking into consideration the one leg we stand on as a creator, and I don't just mean YouTube. You do a lot, and you add onto your Instagram too. You're good at that. I think. What do you think of Instagram? Do you think that's a really important sales and marketing tool?
I do. I actually really love Instagram. I wish I just, I do too many things at once, and it's always the person who I think does the best is my buddy Drew. Drew Profit Monsters.
He's pretty good.
I love when he posts stuff on Instagram. It's just perfect. It tells a story behind the story, and I just love creating. I try to put my story and try to add a couple, pictures and stuff, and say, hey, like the other day I picked up a bunch of Nerf guns in the garbage. Keep an eye out for Nerf guns. They're easy to list. They're easy to ship. It's just they're thin. They can go in like a 1092 box and, get it going, So, yeah, I mean, there's just so many things out there that you can post on Instagram and have an influence and say, hey, would you pick this or this?
It doesn't have to be as hard. I mean, yeah, I'm one of the guys that like to, embellish it and put like a song in it, which takes time. You got to look at the song. You got to, you want to put a funny face or a little weird, what do you call it? Not a JPEG, but a PDF, little quirky thing. Sometimes I've learned, like, I'm learning the algorithm. I'm studying the algorithm like I'm trying to study YouTube, and I know what I need to do on YouTube, but I'm lazy. And I'm purely lazy. Like I am. I'm like, I know I got to. My buddies are like, come on, go write the keywords, just do it. And I'm like, but I found like on Instagram, something very interesting is like, I put like a half an hour on making sure that the thumbnail looks good. It
looked really good. I love the thumbnail. It looked great.
And just having
really
fun.
good.
Well, it's for the people. So like you want to, I come from a sales and marketing background. So like catchy, a little flashy, but not too much. And I'm learning to tame it down. But what is the most important information? You got the face, you got the information, who is it for? And if you can put the times or the information like YouTube, and it's going to be live. Oh, it's a lie, that Zoom, but those numbers I've seen go up a little, but sometimes just a simple photograph, not writing anything except for you write, today, I haven't sourced in 2 weeks, and I took a picture of the front door of Goodwill where people rushing in,
Right.
And it's like, it gets like 100 likes. And I'm like, what the heck? Instagram is smart,
Right.
They see that it's got to be a real picture, meaning like it's got to be a human being. It's got to be, and it's got to be some interaction. So all those things equate to what we're doing. We wouldn't do what we're doing if we didn't have that human interaction, because we have a business that's what. Have you dealt with the aspects, like you said, you're a family guy in this net, but like you said, you also want to be alone. Sometimes you go source but like, how do you deal with the loneliness thing? I mean, you seem to already have it under the belt, but like,
right. I mean, I'm usually not on the lonely side, but I guess even working and going into,
lack of a better word,
like I on my lunch break, I go in there and then I work in the mail truck by myself, so I kind of experience that. But it's awesome that I can have a phone and I can listen to YouTube videos, or I can call my girlfriend, or call Drew, or because me and Drew are like best friends. And
so reach out, make a buddy system. And that's kind of why I was kind of reaching is, I mean, like you already have it under the belt. That's what I meant. Like, but like when you first started, you saw yourself drawn to some social form of media. Right. You're like, whether it's videos or, whatever it is. But I think and I mentioned this for like anybody that's a new reseller, even those they think they got this, they're seasoned and stuff like that. We all need that. But I think also you mentioned the opposite side. Sometimes we need to be alone.
Exactly. Sometimes you do.
We need to have that solitude, which is a good thing.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you need to do your own thing and then come back and be like, yo, where's everybody at?
Exactly.
It's like when you go up to your room, as a kid, and you're like, I don't want to deal with the family right now. There's just too much noise or drama, or I don't want to watch that on TV. Right. I'm going to go up and and I think that's the reason I was kind of beating around the bush with that question was we talk about that for resellers. We do have one of the loneliest careers, if you want to call it, type of jobs. But I think it's also important that we can also learn that if we do kind of get that feeling of like, learn to like kind of just suck it up and like, you know what, this is me time. Like you said, I just need my me time. It's like,
exactly.
What does Joey do on his me time? Does he video games, or you just read a book, or?
It's been, I really I don't even have personal time sometimes. And actually last night, I didn't even go to bed until like 5 a.m. I was playing cornhole with my brothers. Like it's my girlfriend's brother, and her dad just got married, so basically they're like my brothers. I call them my brothers. Brother-in-laws, and we played cornhole until like 5 a.m. last night. And it was
5 a.m.
Yeah, I didn't.
And you went to work?
Well, no, this was yesterday. I had my cousin's birthday, and then me and my girl, we went out to dinner with a couple friends. And then we went over to her dad's house, and they were playing cornhole. I was like, I gotta play, and we stayed up until 5 a.m. I only got 2 hours of sleep. Me and my girl went thrifting today, made a video, and then I came here hanging out with you guys.
I appreciate you being here. Speaking of,
we got some questions in the chat. Louie,
you got another one there?
We got 2 questions actually. Russell, right above the one you just clicked, there's one question.
Oh, right above that one. Let me go back. Okay, Russell's. Let's go to that one.
Joey, how is Destiny doing reselling full time? She is killing it. She just bought these new lights. She just bought this new canvas picture, white background that goes against my wall right here on the ground. And she's organized a lot, which she's very, very good at. I'm more of the person.
You guys can share each other's strengths, right?
See, that's what works. That's what makes everything click. And what's I can tell her more information, and she can put that in her head and organize everything, and it's perfect. Over here it looks great. I'm so glad we have that, connection like that, which is
That's
good.
awesome.
So she's doing great.
We'll come back to this next one. We got one more question. I'm sorry. Finish what you were saying about Destiny. I'm sorry.
No, that was it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean. But I was gonna say, Baldy Pal Picking here is like, I'm about to go swing a golf.
Nice, man. Go have a fun time.
And then we have Jen's Closet Gem. She's our San Antonio neighbor here. So says,
what would it take for you to quit the post office?
It's not a fair question. You don't have to answer, but it's a hard answer. It's a hard one.
So this is the thing, Jen, and everybody else that's listening. I know everybody wants to see me go full time, and I do too. So what I've thought of was, hey, maybe Destiny, you can quit your job, or I'll quit my job, and you keep working, and I can go full time, do YouTube and stuff like that. And it was up in the air, and I just I don't know what to do. I don't know what financially I should do, because I'm not going to be like, yo, I'm going to quit. And I got bills to pay, and I'm sure everyone else does too.
It's a strategy.
So I was like, you know what? Why don't you quit your job? I told Destiny, go quit your job. I'll take care of the bills right now, and go out there and go find stuff. Go out there and just work hard, learn. She loves watching Hustle at Home Mom, Ashley.
She's great. Good.
She
we got to get her on
Ashley.
here one day.
She loves Ashley. And
maybe we'll get Ashley and we'll get Destiny.
That'd be great. That would be sick.
That would be awesome.
Let's work on that.
Let's try it. Let's try that. That would be cool. But
here's another question. But go ahead and finish what you were saying, though. I'm sorry.
So the way I think that I will quit the post office is if I see the numbers are right and things are consistently moving in the right direction. Eventually, I will quit my job. I feel like it's more of financial freedom. It's more of enjoying my family, but working hard at the same time. Like, I'm not quitting my job to do whatever I want. I'm going to be grinding hard in the paint. Like, literally,
because once you stop grinding, we know the effects of it.
Yeah.
My uncle Guido would say, it's all about timing.
Yes.
It's all about timing.
It's all about the timing.
Yep.
Hey, look, speaking of timing, Art Vandalay Dan has a question, and he says,
okay, so are you and Destiny running your own eBay stores or working together? So right now, Destiny is I think I don't know. I have to ask her, but
I was going to say maybe we shouldn't talk about her, because
it's okay. No, we Destiny's listing everything on her store. I list on my store too because I still have the YouTube channel. I want, if people want to see my eBay store, what I'm listing, what I'm selling, I feel like that's better. I want her to really put everything on mine, but for right now, I'm going to let her just run with it. I really hope she opened an eBay store. We were talking about that because she's getting over the limit, like over the free limit. She's has 300 something listings now, which is great.
Something they changed it up. Those damn kids, those new eBayers, they don't understand how good they have it.
I know. So what is it, 1,000 free listings now? So
it's crazy.
It's cool. So I'm waiting until she hits over 1,000 or whatever it is, so she could buy the next store or whatever. So that's it right there.
Joey, guess what?
What?
It's been an hour. It's we want to. Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming. You've been on our radar since last year. We just know you're a busy man. We love your story. I know everybody, and I know it sounds kind of just cliche. Oh, we love you, but no, we love you. We love your story. You're down to earth. So it's I think we need to kind of keep that mentality of mindfulness in the community. We all got to work together. We're all separate, but we're doing our things. But just help each other when we can help each other. Do what we can for each other. You're a wonderful guy. Keep up the good work. You work hard, and you deserve where you're at. And I know you're going to go far pretty soon.
I appreciate it. And same to you guys. I love this mindful merchant thing that you guys have been doing it. I really love jumping in.
Couldn't do it without this guy.
Yeah, that's right. But I love you guys.
I'll be falling off track. It's a question? We got a question? Thank you so much. We want to be respectful for your time. You got to go home. You got to go eat a nice bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah. Spicy meatball.
Everybody thinks, oh my God. It's No, what's next on your agenda? And then tell them about your podcast before you go too. So.
Okay. So tonight, Monday night, every night we go listing live 9 p.m. Me and my boy Drew. We do that every Monday night. Super, super excited. I love doing it. That's tonight.
Live.
And then
baby.
Yeah, baby, let's go. And then we got our Triple Thrift podcast. If you guys want to check that out, if you guys are just hanging out, listing, whatever you're doing, driving somewhere, throw on the podcast, listen to us, joke around, talk about reselling and YouTube. So yeah, Triple Thrift podcast.
You guys check it out. You know, that's a trifecta of energy, knowledge. I mean, 3 great amigos. I mean, how can you get any better than that? You know, right. I mean, you got Harry Tornado, you got Drew, you got none other than Joey Bada Being 22. If you don't know him, like, subscribe. His Instagram's on the bottom. I made it easy for you guys. Come on. His YouTube's down there. Go like him. If you don't like him, I'm going to come and get you.
Hey.
No, you guys, seriously, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just going to say this. Luis is going to say something. And if you want to close this out with a little word, we're going to shut it down. Everybody, maintain your focus. Elevate.
I just want to say what's up to Drew. He just jumped in on the chat.
Drew, my guy.
He's here. But yeah, I want to thank Joy for joining us today. And don't forget to watch his live listing show with Drew tonight. Starts at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys go down there. It's always a good time. I'm always in there. Everyone's in there just having a great time. So come on in.
I always sneak in a little late because I got my community Zoom group. You know, it's like,
yeah. And don't forget, tomorrow we have our Tuesday night live auction. Me and this guy right here, Louie. So make sure you guys come out and check us out.
Boom. Close us out, Joey. Give us something good. Give us up.
Words of wisdom. Where's my sign? Did Destiny move it?
You can paraphrase if you want. Don't worry.
Wait, let me get it. I love my sign. Just wait 1 second.
No, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are stopping the show on pause here. Thank you guys for everybody. Shout out to everybody that came in the live. We thank you and everybody that was in this live. Shout out to everybody. This is Joey Butterbean. Just a smile says it all. What do you need? I mean, come on.
So my saying is like, just do it now. Don't wait. Get stuff listed. You know, get grind and just let's go, baby. Get out there and do your thing. So let's get it.
Thank you. This has been Mindful Merchants. You are now a part of the Mindful Merchants crew. Thank you so much, Joey.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good night.
See everyone later.
Thank you, everybody.